Hi, it's me, Erica. This is my story of how I decided to move from the northern part of Italy to London at 19 and how it was the best decision I've ever made. So going back in time, I was only 15 the first time I went to the UK. And I actually went there because I had a really good friend of mine and she went to study for the summer in the UK the year previously. So I think 2014. And the next year, so 2015, we decided to go together and we basically stayed in Eastbourne for a month. It was a study trip, so it was actually my first time to be in contact with the British culture. And in the morning we would go to school, we would study English, and in the afternoon we would do touristy bits. And yeah, I think that was one of the monumental moments I had that made me actually think that I would really see myself living in that country and actually going abroad. Seeing a country that you're really interested in and going there for a short period of time really makes you understand if you could be if you could fit in that society, in that type of country. And there is another thing I want to say is that I was always very interested. I don't know how it came, but I was always interested in the English language. I used to watch so many YouTube videos, and when I was even younger, so before YouTube was a thing, I used to listen to all type of English music. I didn't even like Italian music at all, so I used to listen to British singers, American singers, and everything like that. So I was very, very passionate about it. So the second step was obviously doing research. I think doing research is obviously fundamental for anything in general. But for me, I was around 16, 17 when I decided that I really wanted to do it. So that I really wanted to move to the UK. So at that point, I thought about what I wanted to do and what could take me to the UK, because I had to have a purpose in order to go there. I'm actually very academic focused, and by this I mean I always got good grades throughout my academic experience. So I decided that the best fit for me was to continue studying. So I decided to go to uni. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what type of subject I wanted to pursue, and obviously I didn't know what type of career I wanted to go into. The thing I really recommend, so I think what you're interested in, what you're good at, and what you actually take a lot of time in doing, reading about, and also things that you can speak about. So basically one day I sat down, I was thinking about what am I good at, what I would actually enjoy. So I was looking at all type of job prospects until I stumbled upon a marketing manager. Other step is obviously looking at the type of universities that there are. And this could be a whole new video all by itself, but obviously doing a lot of research about the different unis, what type of degrees they can offer, facilities, help. It's the whole thing you have to look at. And for me, honestly, location was a big factor. Deep down, I always felt I wanted to be in London. I wanted to be in a very big city, and because I come from a very small town. So for me, it was very important to go to a big city so that I could get the full experience and I could have a lot of opportunities. So the next step was working hard towards achieving my goal. So I knew that I had to have a lot of qualifications in order to get accepted to the university that I wanted to get into, which for privacy purposes I'm not going to say, but just don't go to one of University of London unis. I knew that I had to get a very high score at my exams. So obviously in the UK you have A levels. I was going to high school, obviously, like in Italy, so we have a different type of certification. So to get accepted with the Italian exam, you have to have like a very kind of good grade for like the uni that I wanted to go into. So I knew I had to do an IELTS exam. The second thing is that I knew I had to get good grades. So I worked so hard towards getting like good grades and doing well in my final exams that I actually like had a lot of meltdowns, a lot of breakdowns, a lot of like, oh yeah, it was a bit insane, it was a bit hectic, but I do not regret it at all. So in the end, in my final exam, I got the full marks. So in the Italian certificate, it's 100 points is the maximum. So I got 100 points out of 100. So I was like so happy about it. I worked so hard for it. I was studying all the time. I used to come back from school, study, and then like study until like I went back to sleep. So it was like, especially my final year, I was very focused. During the weekends, I used to wake up at like 7, even before than that, and like have breakfast and then literally like straight up study. So I do not regret it because I got good grades and I was like satisfied with myself, and I obviously was very motivated. And then from there I had to sort out obviously like accommodation and everything like that, which wasn't that difficult. So obviously after that I done my first year at uni. It was a very big goal for me when I was like younger, but now obviously that I achieved it, I'm more like I'm actually like thinking of other goals in my career, with my personal life especially. So obviously it was the biggest goal I had so far. So for now I went back to like my home in Italy, and then I will go back when everything clears up. So yeah, this was it for this video. I'm gonna make more videos about my uni life, how I got good grades, study tips and uni advice in the next videos. So if you have any questions, please feel free to comment them down below, and you can follow me on all my social media. And yeah, if you want to keep watching me, then please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.